I want to be realistic about Khris Middleton sign and trade possibilities. Grant, are you pacing?
Yeah, and thank God someone has to be realistic about Khris Middleton's sign and trade.
So what I want to put it in is like, I'm going to give you 4 that I found on the internet. These are not mine, but I just wanted to see like what type of blogosphere folks are like who are trying to get Khris Middleton. There's a Knicks guy who's trying to get him. There's a Rockets guy trying to get him. There's a Pacers guy trying to get Khris Middleton. So I just want to see what like they would value Middleton for, right? And then what I want us from a Bucks perspective to do is say, yeah, or
all right. So then I need to go into this thinking you are breaking the news to me.
Yes.
So for those, this is not real news, but I need to get into a frame of mind.
So you're right.
So you present it as, hey, I got to stop. This just happened.
Yes. Can I be the producer? Paul, we have breaking news brought to you by the BetQL network. Be smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL app today. All right. What do we have?
All right. And Grant, thank you for doing such a good job with production. I do want your opinion too on this. Bart and Grant, we're just in the New York Knicks have acquired Khris Middleton in a sign and trade with the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks have received Mitchell Robinson, Derrick Rose, and the Knicks 2025 first round pick. What are your thoughts? This is a good Bucks trade.
What pick again?
2025 Knicks first rounder.
No, my face froze.
I like Mitchell Robinson, younger, someone if Brooke is here in the next year or two, someone who can.
Rose is on the books for $15 million to do nothing.
Rose is nothing. Rose is, as Zach Lowe once was, a throw-in.
Can we get someone not named Derek? Can we get someone else?
Yeah, they were willing. Like it looks like in this report, they were willing to negotiate maybe Obi Toppin instead.
Why don't I? Sorry, I'm going to have Mitchell Robinson and Diet Mitchell Robinson.
I'm trying to get younger with this deal. I don't want Derrick Rose. That would
it sounds like
you mean they did us a favor by not including Evan Fournier.
All right, so I have more. I don't want to say too much because there's other deals in the pipeline here. So you're excited about this trade?
No.
It would seem like we're just trying to get rid of him.
Okay.
And this is the best we can.
Yeah. So, if you're going to trade with the Knicks, I'm going to need Josh Hart back.
Okay. So in this case, keep Khris Middleton, right?
I would prefer Khris.
All right.
And see what else came
along. By the way, what I want to present is the alternative to this is the Bucks have re-signed Khris Middleton to a 4-year, $195 million deal. Or there's 3 paths. 1, the trade that I'm presenting you. 2, the Bucks have re-signed him for 4 and 195. 3, the Bucks let him walk for nothing.
So I would take the new contract of all those things.
All right. Breaking news, Grant. I don't know. Did you see this just come across?
Do you want me to do the read again?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
No, we have a new sponsor.
Who is it?
Breaking news is brought to you by Buc-ee's gas stations.
This news just came across the NBA trade wire. The Knicks received Khris Middleton.
Okay.
Wow, they did?
They did. They gave
what did we get?
The Bucks have received the 2026 and 2028 Knicks first round picks, 2026 and 2028, along with Obi Toppin, Evan Fournier, and Derrick Rose. So I think the highlight here, guys, is the picks and maybe Obi Toppin, and then you have to have some salary filler with Fournier and Rose. I think that's
just first round picks after Giannis leaves. Fucking cool.
They got 2 future firsts and Obi Toppin, and then some salary fill. This was a good deal for the Bucks.
3 years in the future is too far for me to get excited about a first round pick. 1, I may be dead. 2, robots may inherit the earth. 3, COVID-25 may have shut down the season. We don't fucking know.
2 things. No, I'd rather have Middleton at the new deal. And 2, why do Knicks fans want Khris Middleton? Khris Middleton is not he's not respectfully, he can't be a Tibbs guy. He took until April to get into shape. And Tibbs is supposed to run these guys and hard defense. And the Knicks want it more, seemingly, than other teams, except for in this series. Khris Middleton I've never described Khris Middleton as a guy he's not a heat culture guy. He's not a Tibbs guy. This is not a good fit for the Knicks.
Yeah, they're really trying to get him, these Knicks bloggers. So, by the way, I just want to say I'll answer both of these 2 Knicks proposals as no. Re-sign Middleton. You can do better down the road with a West. Even if he becomes a Russell Westbrook-sized salary cap disaster.
Well, I'll take Russ.
No. So both those deals are bad. I agree with you on that. So to both of those. However, this just in, the Pacers have traded for Khris Middleton.
Wow.
The Bucks get back 2 first-round picks. They're still negotiating the years on these.
Okay.
Buddy Hield, Daniel Tice, and Aaron Nesmith. 2 first-round picks, Buddy Hield, Daniel Tice, and Aaron Nesmith to the Bucks for Middleton. You guys like this deal?
Before anyone gets too excited, Hield's going to be 32 and is an unrestricted free agent. So he's got 1 year left on his deal. Nesmith, and who's the other? You know how bad Bucks fans are down right now? I saw a tweet yesterday that says, holy fuck, I forgot all about Hugo Basson. We need all the shooters we can get.
Okay.
I got excited about it.
Hugo Basson can wait. Middleton just got traded to the Pacers.
Oh, for what again?
So actually, it turns out it's actually the Pacers' first-round pick this year, which is in the late lottery.
Nah, pass.
Grant?
What does Giannis want?
He wants to win.
Okay. That's not. No, I'm not accepting that answer from Giannis. I'm not. No. Would you? How badly do you want back Khris Middleton after what happened this last?
I won't leave or stay as a result of this trade. Giannis. This trade doesn't influence me staying long term one way or the other.
I'd just take Khris Middleton back.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to.
All right, the fourth and final one. The Houston Rockets have a bunch of cap space.
Mm-hmm.
They do not need to take back, the Bucks with the Fournier and Rose thing, that's salary fill because those teams are over the cap. Same thing with guys like Tice and the Pacers being over the cap. I have a fourth and final. This trade just came in.
What?
The Houston Rockets with cap space have just traded for Khris Middleton in a sign and trade with the Bucks. The Bucks got back Jalen Green. The Bucks didn't have to take as much salary back because the Rockets had space to take Middleton in. The Bucks get 21-year-old former number 2 overall pick from 2 years ago, Jalen Green. This is a good trade for the Bucks. Mm-hmm or mm-mm.
Sure.
Can I just say, the Houston Rockets.
I absolutely love this experiment. This is fun for me.
As a fan of the league, Paul, the Houston Rockets, if they were to bring in some combination of James Harden, Jaylen Brown, and Khris Middleton to go around what they have, Ime Udoka as coach, Rockets would be pretty fucking sick. That'd be a cool team. I'd watch that team. Mm-hmm. I don't know. How out are we on Jalen Green? I'm not going to.
I'm not out. I'm not out. He's been pretty disastrously bad for 2 years, but he's
But he's
a 21-year-old super, always was a top McDonald's All-American type guy, top of his class. He's in a terrible situation with a coach that just got fired. The results have been bad for Jalen Green, but I'm definitely not out on the future of Jalen Green.
Can I get a pick too? Maybe one pick?
Yeah, 2020.
How long is Twitter going to say from Earth when I tweet?
I don't get why that's a thing.
Elon, because he's going to tweet from Mars and be like, duh.
Also, is Tucker moving to Twitter a bigger thing for the landscape of the way Twitter works and his finance than most of us like to admit? I feel like he's doing Twitter Spaces, which is fine. I love Twitter Spaces, but I don't know.
No, but he's doing video, right?
Different pod. I don't know.
He's not just doing Twitter Spaces.
I know, but his show is going to live exclusively on Twitter.
Yeah, but how's my grandma going to watch it?
I don't know. It's a good question.
My grandma, she can turn off her TV. 3 weeks later, there'll still be the Fox News logo burned in the retina of the screen.
That's why they got to make it move.
How is she going to watch Tucker?
Sign her up for Twitter.
My grandma's 85.
This is a pretty strange conversation considering this mega NBA trade that just happened.
Look, if Giannis does not pound the table and say, I want Khris Middleton or else, that's something you'd have to look into, right?
So this is your favorite one, though, both of you.
Oh, yeah.
This is the best one by 3 shakes of a Tucker Carlson.
You can swing a dead cat around the NBA and find yourself a Nesmith, Daniel Tice trade. If I'm going for it and I'm trading Middleton, I need to think that there might be a there might be a boom potential. It could be a bust potential.
If Obi Toppin got hurt before Game 5, I just go down to the New York Y and throw a Toppin jersey on a guy and be like, "Hey, you're Obi Toppin now."
Come on. Yeah,
I would 100%. And you guys, like when I test these out on people, I did not get a favorable response to this trade from my buddies. But
are they casuals or do they know ball?
Oh, hardcore basketball guys. Yeah,
interesting.
Big NBA guys. I would do this for the Bucks. This is the only one that I would do.
All right.
I think Jalen Green in the right system would be electric in a system.
And what better system to come to than here where we have no system?
The system is what you make it, Bart.
Yeah, the system is what the system comes from within.
Look, the system is the system. Okay, it is.
Yeah.
So
are the Bucks in a rebuild, or are we revamping, or are we reloading, or are we recuperating?
Reloading, retooling. I think that whole debate is absolutely ridiculous.
We are regurgitating bad ideas.
We are.
So I want to say this about that real quick.
Oh, jeez.
Andy Herman and Peter Bukowski earlier in the week started talking about are we in a rebuild or not? And Peter's doing videos on it and this is great content. And you know, both of these guys are friends of show, and that's terrific. And then Packer fans talk about it. They have big followings. Let's discuss it. Totally fine. Matt Schneidman writes an article about it. Do your own damn work, Schneidman, you fuck.
What do you mean?
Like you're the beat, right? You're supposed to be telling us shit, not what us dummies are talking about. Guy flies in New York so he can ask, Aaron, I'm here. Fuck you.
You flew to just do Gelb's show.
Yeah, but that's different.
Gelb Force One.
Gelb Force One.
So do you know? People because I go to Snapchat now and there's snap maps, and like I just take a picture that a tourist did, and then I crop it and then I tweet it, so it looks like I'm there.
All right. I have one last topic, and it's so anyway. I just
do one more because then I have to talk to Brad Spielman. Yeah.
So all I wanted to say with the Middleton trades was to give
an
idea from other NBA fan bases who are trying to get Khris Middleton and what they're giving up. And I think for the most part, they're giving up total shit.
Yeah.
Except I really do like the Rockets idea. So other teams want Middleton. Other teams want Middleton, but they're really not willing to give up much. At least in these examples,
they shouldn't be. What did the Pelicans give up for CJ McCollum?
I don't. It was. I mean, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but like the idea was that they gave up a lot. Like the context was, well, that's a lot for CJ McCollum. Like. Anyway, I want to ask one NFL question, and then you can talk to Brad Spielberger.
He's from Chicago, by the way.
Chicago.
Little intel. He's a Bears fan.
Oh, cancel it, Bart.
I guess Portland gave up Josh Hart, young prospects, and 3 future draft picks. Oh, they gave up Tony Snell. Tony Snell was in the season.
Snell, contract throw-in Tony Snell.
Thomas Zadaransky.
You know that Chicago comes from the name Chicago, which means striped skunk.
I did know that. Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't think he's telling the truth, but I made it. It's hard to tell.
Chicago, yeah, that striped skunk or onion. Early explorers of the Great Lakes realized there were a lot of wild onions growing in that area.
That's what the movie Holes is based on, I believe. That starts to make sense now. The wild onions. Okay.